Hello students, welcome back to the class. During the last class we have discussed about the fundamental duties. Now we are continuing the same point. In the last class we have discussed about the first 4 points of fundamental duties. In this class we will discuss about the remaining 3 points. So overall how many points are there? Level points. So out of that level points, last class 4 points we have completed. In this class we will discuss 3 points, and in the next class again we will discuss remaining 4 points. We are going forward. First one, if you see, according to the article 51A of Indian Constitution, it provides that there are nearly 11 fundamental duties. So according to the article 51A of the Indian Constitution provides, overall there are how many fundamental duties are there? 11 fundamental duties are there. Okay. In the last class what we have discussed? In the last class, first point we have discussed that it's a responsibility for all the individuals to accept the Constitution, to follow according to the Constitution, to act according to the Constitution, and respect national flag and national anthem. First point we have discussed is what? It's a responsibility. First duty of the citizen is to accept the Constitution first, respect the Constitution, act according to the Constitution, okay, and respect the national flag, national anthem, okay, and ideas of Constitution. So what are the ideas? National flag and national anthem, citizen have to respect it. Second thing we have discussed that we have to cherish the ideas of freedom struggle. Okay, we have to cherish means we have to take care, and we have to protect the noble ideas which are mainly used during the freedom struggle. So whatever the ideas which we have used during the freedom struggle through which we got independence, we have used many ideas like non-violence, peace, non-violence. These are the important ideas we have used. So whatever the ideas we have used, we have to protect and we have to take care of these ideas. In the future also we have to take care of these ideas, we have to protect and we have to care of these noble ideas. What is meant by noble ideas? The ideas which are quite superior and very good ideas, dominative ideas are called as noble ideas. Third point what we have discussed, defend the country. Whenever the country is wanted to, whenever the country is calling you, you should be ready to serve the country either internally and externally. Whenever the country is calling you, you should be ready to serve the country. You should provide your services either internally and externally. That is called defending the country. So it is a responsibility of the citizen that whenever the country is calling you, you should be ready to serve the country. So that is called as defending the country. Next point, we have to protect the unity and integrity. Okay. So next 4 point is, it's a responsibility that children, we have to protect the unity of the country. Okay. In India, unity is a common feature. Since from the ancient time, India, most of the people are living in a unified manner. Okay, and this should be promoted up in the future also. So we have to promote the unity and we have to protect the sovereignty and integrity. Sovereignty is nothing but we should never make our countries to bend in front of any external powers. Our country is a sovereign country because our country is a republic which can take its decisions internally and externally. That country can be called as sovereign country, example India. And we have to protect the integrity, unity, sovereignty of the country. Integrity means we have discussed when different type of people, different groups of people who are living in one banner, that is called as integrity. So we have to protect that point. Now fifth point we have to study, we have to promote the harmony. Harmony in the sense friendly relations and the spirit of brotherhood relations should be developed among all the people. India is a land of many nations. Okay, different type of nations are there. So even though differences are quite common in India, diversities are quite common in India. Even though we have a diversity, what we have to develop is, we have to develop first of all harmony among the people. Friendly relations should be developed among the people. Instead of having the different caste, we are following the different religion or different tribes or different whatever the point, we have to develop the harmony among the people. And second thing is, spirit of brotherhood should be developed among all the people. So a spirit of brotherhood should be developed among all the people. That is one point. Second important thing is we should refuse to practice, okay, disrespectable towards women. So we should refuse to disrespect the women. Since from the ancient time in the Indian society is considered as a male dominant society. In our society more importance were given to male only. Patriarchal system is there in our country. Patriarchal systems are nothing but patriarchal family. Means male is a decision maker in our family. Women were not involved. Okay, during some conditions, since from the ancient time male is dominating the society. In that conditions, disrespecting women are going on since from the ancient time. So now we should never disrespect women. We should stop practicing to disrespect women. We should never disrespect women. So the main important fundamental duties of the citizens are stop disrespecting women. Since from ancient time women were involved with various activities, okay, so they have to perform various activities like sati, child marriage, okay, and widow, okay, different type of practices since from the ancient time we have followed, and women were every time they neglected, so this is a main duty of the citizen that women should not be disrespected in the future also. Now we should refuse, okay, we should refuse to, we should we should not disrespect women in the future, okay, we should accept them as a part of our society. Next one, sixth one is we have to provide a value and we have to preserve our rich heritage and culture. What is meant by composite culture? Children, our culture is a combination of different culture. Indian culture is a combination of different culture. Composite cultures are nothing but mainly the cultures which are drawn from the different point, different countries. Whenever if you have drawn the culture from the different countries, that is called as composite culture. So we have to protect our heritage. Heritage means what? Anything which can be able to, anything which is mainly passing from one generation to another generation. So language, festival, traditions, customs, these all are our heritage. We have to protect our heritage and also we have to preserve our composite culture. Okay, that is one point. Seventh important point is we have to protect and we have to improve the natural resources. Okay children, this is the main important point, 7th point. We have to protect and we have to improve the natural environment, we have to improve it, and also we should be very sympathetic with the living creature. We should never harm them. Since from the ancient time also, okay, there are many religions, they have propagated that animals should not be harmed. One of the religion, Buddhism, mainly preached ahimsa. Okay, we should not. So this is also one idea through which through these ideas only we got independence. So that should be not only applicable to the human beings but also animals also. We should be kind towards animal. We should be sympathetic and sympathy. We have to show a pity upon the animals. That is one point. So 7th point, what is the 7th point? It is a citizen, it is a responsibility of citizens, first one, to protect and they should improve the natural resources. Every citizen's responsibility is to improve the national environment and they should be very sympathetic with living creature. So children, this is about the fundamental rights. Okay, once again I will recapitulate this point. What are the points we have discussed? First point, we have discussed that we have to accept the Indian constitution and we have to respect the national flag as well as national anthem. Okay, this is second thing, we should take care, okay, we should protect and we should take care of the ideas, noble ideas which we are mainly followed during the freedom struggle, like truth, non-violence, ahimsa, satyagraha, whatever the ideas which we have followed during the freedom struggle, we have to remember this idea, we have to protect these ideas. Okay, that is one point. We should defend the countries whenever the country is calling you to render your services, whenever the country is calling you to sacrifice your services, you should be ready to serve the nation either internally or externally. Next, we have to protect the India's unity and integrity of the country. India's unity and integrity must be protected. Okay, that is one point. Next, we will go forward. According to the Article 51A of the Indian Constitution, they are providing nearly 11 fundamental rights are providing by the fundamental duties. Sorry. So first important fundamental duties are they have to promote the harmony and the spirit of brotherhood among all the people. First important fundamental rights is they have to promote what? They have to promote harmony, and they have to promote a friendly relations and the spirit of brotherhood relations among all the people. And the next one, we should refuse to disrespect the women. We should not, okay, we should not disrespect the women. Okay, since from the ancient time women were disrespected in the society because India is a male dominant society. So at present condition, women should be respected. Women should be given very important position and they should be given respectable position. So the practice of disrespecting among women must be rejected. The practice of disrespecting among women should be refused. This is one part. Next, we have to preserve our culture. Okay, we have to protect our rich heritage. Okay, which is mainly consists of composite culture. Children's, we have to our Indian consists of rich heritage, and our culture is a composite culture, which is mainly drawn from different countries. Our culture is mainly drawn from different countries. So our culture is called as composite culture. That culture we have to preserve. Indian culture we have to preserve. Next, we have to protect and we have to improve the natural environment. We have to protect our resources. For example, forest is there. Forest is a natural resources. We have to try to protect the resources. Okay, we already know that 1970 there are many peoples. Okay, they involved a movement which is called as Chipko Andolan. So in this Chipko Andolan they have preserved the environment. Narmada Bachao movement also we have seen 10th class. So there are many people they came forward to protect the natural environment. So we should also, not only these people, not only but all the people should come forward to protect our environment, natural environment, and we should be very sympathetic with the living creature. If we destroy the natural environment, the living creatures also completely will be destroyed. Okay, so forests must not be destroyed, other resources should be protected. So and we should be kind towards living organisms, other organisms and other animals also we should be very kind. So children, this is about the fundamental duties and the various kinds of fundamental duties. In the next class we will discuss about the last 4 points of fundamental duties. We will meet you in the next class, children. Thank you very much.